in the end, there is no greater purpose, and you just cease to exist. I can relate to those feelings myself. For years after leaving Islam, I
He
wondered,
had to zoom in with that effect to make it.
Yeah,
more
he had to zoom in and
what's the point? What's the point of my life, of anything? Why do I even exist? I think there's a choice that all of us wrestle with to some extent throughout our lives. Do we want to face the world and all its suffering with truth and honesty, or would we rather hide from those realities and comfort ourselves in fantasies and wishful thinking? This
hold on, because here's what I don't get.
Like,
from an atheist perspective, all this talk about like moral values that people have to follow and so on, that's all delusional. If you took it seriously, and I'm saying this exactly. See, what's his name? SS. When I was growing up, I came to the same thoughts that you eventually came to, that, you know, religion is dumb and it's just, you know, people told you to believe this stuff and so on. But I didn't stop there. I concluded the exact same thing as with things like don't kill or respect people's rights and so on. It's just something you were taught your entire life. So I would have looked at you in the exact same way I would have looked at a devout Muslim or a devout Christian. You're just believing a bunch of stuff you were told. That's exactly what you sound like when, oh my goodness, what about killing? What is there in your world? What is there in atheism would tell you not to slaughter the entire planet? Like what? I literally have no clue. What I see from atheists is, if I bring that up, people like you would suddenly get emotional. What kind of monster would it? It's like, defend your point. A Muslim could have the exact same reaction if you say, oh, why would you believe this nonsense? Why don't you become an atheist? Oh, what kind of monster would not believe in God? Somehow you see the problem if a Christian or a Muslim were saying that, and you don't realize it's like you have this huge blind spot.
The funniest thing about all of this is that
blind spot about your own beliefs.
For years, I have openly admitted that I don't think that there is a greater purpose, and I think that it is a sad reality, which is that we all just exist, and we are all just going to die and cease existing, and so on. And that's just all there is. And within all of this, it's just, you know, you can make your own meaning to it or whatever. This is just all there is. That's what it is. That's all it is, and so on. And I openly admitted that kind of stuff. And I also openly explained how I came to Christianity. So,
yeah. And here's the thing. And he still doesn't get it because he has this massive blind spot because he's in a cult. But I think I was kind of born without being terribly concerned about being in danger or dying or something like that. I'm not an atheist because I don't believe it's true. It's not, oh, this would make me feel good if I believed in this or something like that. I don't believe it's true. I believe it's too empty to be an accurate reflection of reality. There's too much in reality that is not accounted for.
Just admit you chose Sky Daddy because they couldn't find anything. See?
Yeah, there's too much going on in the world for atheism to be any sort of real explanation. But as far as the blind spot, I mean, think about this. Oh, and maybe it makes you feel good if you think that there's some point. And dude, literally every single value that is part of your thinking right now, I could say the exact same. What does this make you feel good that there's that there's some meaning in your life? And does it make you feel good like that you're doing something important and that you're making the world a better place? It's all delusional, dude. That's all. It's in the same category from a genuinely atheistic, naturalistic perspective. All of that. Let me put it this way. Some sort of moral value that is hovering out there somewhere. It's not, you don't find it with a microscope. You don't find it with a telescope. Where is it? Where is the command, do not murder? Where is that? It's something in your head that someone put there, right? What's the status of it? Why would you actually have to honor that command? Like what? It's some sort of value. I would say that if you think there is some sort of immaterial command out there that you have to obey, that people are obligated to obey, that is every bit as miraculous as saying someone rose from the dead. Every bit as miraculous. And if you're going to say no evidence for the resurrection, guess what? What is your evidence for thou shalt not murder? What is your evidence for that? Show us your scientific proof for thou shalt not murder. You can't, dude.
He will say that is a utilitarian thing to do. If you continue, murder.
Why should you care about utility? Why do you have a moral obligation?
Because you don't want to end up
in
a world of chaos. That's why.
If you want to say, so guess what? You prefer just living in a world without chaos, which means you're just doing it for pragmatic reasons. If you're just doing things for pragmatic reasons, why would you be opposed to someone saying, I believe in Christianity because it makes me feel good and I think it makes me better?
Exactly. That's exactly.
He's got a blind spot because he's in a cult.